Bitcoin futures. Bitcoin futures broke down this week. Pretty serious. It was obvious early in the week, if you were following this market, that price gapped below the previous close. Here's the lows of the range. Here's where the market closed last week, and price gapped below that, immediately inferring weakness. I was expecting the market to make an attempt to recover. But as soon as this market opened, it gapped down. It gapped below previous support. And then anyone who had bought in here was instantly a weak holder. They were in a losing position. And that leaves them vulnerable to being shaken out because they're holding at a loss. Volume was very high this week, and the mid-bar close does show that some demand emerged later in the week. Whether this proves to be a shakeout or whether there's an attempt to consolidate in here, it's too early to tell that at the moment. There was sufficient demand emerge to close almost mid-bar, but this was a deliberate action. This was a gap down below previous support, and that made all of the holders who opened positions in here weak holders, holding at a loss, vulnerable to the market gyrations. You've got previous support to the left through here, and that's kind of where the market has finished this week, within that zone. So that's unsurprising to a large degree. It's finished in here, and this is where previous support has been found in the background. I think there might be more to come in this market. I think at best the market will move roughly sideways in here and attempt to consolidate again. There was sufficient demand emerge this week. I'll just clear this up. There was sufficient demand this week to close well off the week's low on pretty high volume. So while there was certainly a push lower, and that was likely a deliberate action, the market has found some support down here. It's very unlikely the market will immediately recover like this. Much more likely the market continues lower or attempts to consolidate sideways.